So adding what you're missing is a big start, but for some people, they need to do more in order to get to that result. So for her, she went with the full raw program, got the result, and she can maintain the result at high raw. I live at high raw. There's a different level of energy and health the more raw foods you have.
So we have a message, and it's from one of our plant-based physicians. She's one of our plant chicks, and she's also in your Smoothie Shred Facebook group. But she wrote us, she said she's waiting for our live with you today. She's done 2 rounds of your rapid recovery program, and it helped her immensely with her migraines.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because that was a lot of detail, and so I know exactly. But you know what was really cool about her story is she did a rapid recovery group for migraines, and she's had migraines since she was a kid, like had to take medicine every day for migraines. And we did and she's a plant-based doctor, so she knows like the regular plant-based nutrition. But my program is different because of our focus on the raw hyper-nourishment. And in our 6-week group, she became migraine-free for the first time. And after that group, she went on a plant-based retreat where they were just doing cooked plant-based foods. And she thought, oh, I don't have to worry about it because it's still plant-based, will be fine. And her migraines came back, and she had to leave the retreat to go to Costco and buy a blender and Power Greens, brought it back to her room, blended them up, and her migraines went away again. They went away again. So even though when people are done with our program, they can add back cooked foods, but that was the key to keeping the migraines gone. I'll never forget that story.
What is that? Like, why is the high raw? Why is it so helpful for migraines? I actually had no idea. This is fascinating.
So the nutrition you need to optimize your body function is coming from those foods. So even when people are on a plant-based diet, a plant-based diet means you're not eating inflammatory things, right? You're not eating the oils, you're not eating the meat, you're not eating dairy, you're not eating eggs, you're not eating inflammatory foods. But it doesn't mean you're optimal on your nutrition. When you're cooking things, you are losing a majority of the nutrition. And then the retreat she went on was really more focused on like beans and potatoes and stuff like that. So not even really focused on vegetables at all, and not on raw vegetables at all. So she went from being at a super high nourishment level, which is what was necessary for her to eliminate the migraines, right? So we all have different sensitivities. There are some people who can add my smoothies to their current diet and their symptoms go away. That was all they needed to add what they're missing. That's why I always say start there. If you're a food addict, don't think about what you're giving up, add what you're missing first. It'll crowd out some of the other stuff anyway. And when you feel better, so adding what you're missing is a big start. But for some people, they need to do more in order to get to that result. So for her, she went with the full raw program, got the result, and she can maintain the result at high raw. I live at high raw. There's a different level of energy and health the more raw foods you have. When I go to an event where it's only cooked, I feel like I want a coffee or something. I'm like, is this normal energy? This must be normal energy. I want my smoothie, right? So there's a difference between the level of energy you get when you're really nourished and hyper-nourished versus like eking out some vitamins and minerals from the cooked foods. So the most important thing is that it works. And if that's missing from your diet, it's going to hold you back.